Hi, Christelle. You said you've had lots of reviews. The one thing I'd say is everyone is perfectly happy to give you an opinion on websites, but many of them are not qualified to do so. And I would say that I've spent over £2 million advertising websites and knowing what converts and what doesn't convert websites. So the advice I'm giving you is based on that expertise. I've worked with solicitors and all sorts of businesses on improving their website conversion. I've worked with a digital agency in Bristol, and my websites are converted better than all of their other clients. So what I'm saying is based on facts. So do be careful who you listen to, because everyone's happy to give an opinion, but as I say, most are not qualified to do so. Right. First thing, land on the site, and what you want to do is be able to get to the content. So if you've got access to it, whether it's a WordPress template or you might not have, then ideally I'd lose the green bar at the top because you've got your phone number there. You can add your email there as well. I'd then shave this space so that it's not as thick, so you'll get into the content quicker, because it is all about getting to the content. If you've got a theme, you might not be able to do this, but I'll give you the advice and then you can do with it as you will. CMT professional, under the logo, I'd probably move your strapline over there, secretarial administrative services, which says what you do, because people want to land on a site, see what you do, see if they're in the right place, and off they go. Homepage is always can be a bit freer, but ultimately people that go to a homepage are normally looking for the person or have been sent there from, e.g. a LinkedIn link. So what you want to do is get them to what they're looking for fast enough. So you've got all of the contact details up there. There's no contact us page. Everyone expects to see a contact us page, so I would include that link. It's normally there on the right hand side. People expect to see that. People want to see it, and they want to see an email address and a phone number. Once you actually get into the content, what you want to do is make it easy for people. And at the moment, I'm suddenly reading down here, and then I'm going to move over here. So it should be a sort of consistent layout. The layout that works best is the one we use on our claims website. This is the one that I copy for all of my websites. It's left navigation, central content, which isn't too wide to read, right hand call to action column. And again, I've tested different layouts, but this one gets the best conversions. So moving that head up, getting to the content quicker is key. If we then go to VAPA, there's enough content on there. What you need to do at the end of every page is give a good call to action. So you've got yours down the bottom. What you don't want to do is do what you've actually done, break the chain. So you've got the content here, so the call to action should feature here under a subheading: free inquiry. For a free no-obligation consultation, call this number or email. Whereas it's dropped down so far, you might not see it. So it just needs to be another paragraph. Again, I've got the problem of the don't turn off monitor content being too wide on the page. So if you can change the layout, then no wider than that would be perfect. Even for now, if you could just have a call to action column there, a button to make a free inquiry, and that's a really key point to make, that most people want to fill in we find 60% want to fill in an inquiry form first, and I don't think you've got one. So I would add a free inquiry button, put on a simple free inquiry form, and then that will allow me to just fill in a form and get in touch with you, because that's what most people want to do. So you've got things like please contact me to discuss. That should link to an inquiry form. It says name, phone number, email, what sort of support do you want. Off you go. And that's the key thing to remember. The purpose of a website is only ever for services to generate that first call with you. From that you will sell your services, and I'm sure you'll do that very well. So those are the main points. Get a free inquiry form, get a contact us page, put your address on there, put a telephone number, and I always like to see an address, because otherwise I just think it's not a real business. So I'd be inclined to put any address, even if it's borrowing someone's work address, if you're not happy to put your own on there. What's that for? That's just a search button. So there's some pointers for starters. Let me just do something else. So this is a tool that shows you what Google, oh hello, that's not what I want to see, shows you what Google sees when it goes looking at your website. Let's run that. So as often happens, these are the two most important things: your title tag and your description tag. They are what will get you free traffic if you've got the chance of that. So what you need to do is make sure that your title tag and description tag are always different and relevant to the page. So, for example, on the virtual assistants VAPA page, that title should say virtual assistant Reading, personal assistant Reading. Then the description tag would say, are you looking for a virtual assistant or a personal assistant in Reading? If so, I'd be delighted to help. Make a free inquiry, because if I then go to Google, I'll show you why this is important. If someone goes looking for a virtual assistant Reading, the title tag and description tag I mention are what they see there. That's the title tag and that's the description tag. So at the moment, because yours are either just saying CMT professional VAP and then the description is blank, you've got absolutely no chance of Google working out what your site is about. If you fix that, you've got a real chance of getting free traffic for people that are already looking for a virtual assistant PA in Reading, and I would target Reading because that's much more likely to get you results. Then you've got a chance of them finding your website, and if you make the changes I talked about, you've got a chance of getting some inquiries. So I hope that was helpful. Any questions, feel free to give me a shout.